Alright, so before we unbox this thing, here is the super modeling project Voltus 5. And if you're not familiar with super modeling project, this is actually a model kit that you have to assemble. So when I open this box up, you're not going to see these vehicles right away. I have to assemble each one, cut it out of the plastic, and put it all together to form Voltus 5. So that's going to take some time. But this is actually my first super modeling project figure. I have a Super Minipla Bio Robo that I also did. That was also a model kit. I also have the Minipla Bioman, so which is pretty cool. But this one, I pre-ordered it because it's Voltus 5, and they announced that there are two versions of this, which is the regular version, and there's a V Together version, which I'll probably do an unboxing also. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to assembling this and form Voltus 5. Alright, so the model kit actually comes with two instruction sheets. So the first sheet comes with instructions on how to assemble all the different vehicles. As you can see there, check that out. And on the back, shows you more instructions how to build the other vehicles and how to assemble Laser Sword right there. And on the second sheet, you have the instructions how to volt in Voltus 5. Shows you step by step. There you go. And on the back, shows you how to change the hands and how to use the laser sword and how to transform him into tank mode here on the bottom right. See, and this is actually considered a candy toy. Here's a sticker sheet, and comes with a gum. So candy toys always come with this gum, which I'm probably not gonna eat. Alright, so we have all the vehicles here side by side, so let's go ahead and check out each one. So let's start out with Volt Cruiser. So it's one of the easiest one to build. It's pretty much the smallest one. So I had to apply some stickers on the wings right there. And on the bottom, there's actually a landing gear that you can detach when you start to form Voltus 5. So, and very nice looking vehicle. And these parts, actually these blaster missiles or blasters actually come off, and you have to replace it with a different colored part for his ears. And then next up we have Volt Bomber. So very simple looking vehicle. This forms the arms of Voltus 5, and no stickers. I don't think I applied any stickers on this one, but it has its own landing gears here at the bottom. You can just fold that in and out, just to display the landing gears. But very simple looking vehicle. And then next up we have Volt Panzer. So this is one of my favorites out of the vehicles too. And you can fold these claws back, and then you can take them out like so, and then you can open these claws up. So that's pretty cool. And then these wheels actually don't do anything. I wish it did, and these, you know, these are not rubber, it's just plain plastic, so it doesn't roll, you know, this, for display purposes only. You know, that kind of sucks, but it's a model kit, so you know, that's how it goes. And you actually have to remove this part here when you start combining into Voltus 5. And I don't think I applied any stickers on this one. Nope. And next up we have Volt Frigate. So this is one of the largest vehicles out of all of them, and you know, it took me some time to actually build this one of the hardest ones to build. And yeah, very nice looking vehicle. You know, I had to apply some stickers here on the vents, and then he has its own landing gear also. And here in the, see here what's in the middle, this thing actually holds the two legs together. So you can, yeah, you have to take those off and you start to form Voltus 5. And these missiles actually come off, and you can like move them. So when after you you form Voltus 5. So that's pretty cool. And you can fold the wings here, as you can see. But that's Volt Frigate. And then next up we have Volt Lander. So this is also one of my favorite vehicles, and you can actually fold these antennas forward, backward, and then I had to apply some stickers on the wing right there, you know, and also here in the front, those are stickers, and also here by the vents, you know, in the front, those are stickers also. And of course it has wheels that don't do anything. I wish they would roll, but that's how it is. And actually you can probably apply some effects pieces here too, and maybe you can you know, put you know, insert a stand there for, you know, for when you're like trying to display them flying around. But it's Volt Lander, and let's get it ready to Volt in. And here it is, guys, the Voltus 5 combined. Check that out. The figure looks awesome, to be honest with you guys. And if you're wondering about the color scheme, why there's white on certain parts of his body, it's because they match the colors of the anime. So if you watch, if you Google or YouTube the Voltus 5 anime right now, you'll see that they use white on the robot. But overall, man, the figure looks great, and check that out. Got the back right here, very clean. And here at the bottom, and here I think you can attach some effects pieces here. So then so far the figure looks great, man. And you know, it's really up to you if you really want to add more paint applications to this figure. I don't think you really need to. Maybe just to hide the white parts here where they tore off, where I had to cut the plastic. Maybe you can clean that up, but overall, man, the figure looks amazing, and I'm glad I was able to pick this figure up. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the articulation of the figure. Let's start with the head. You can move that left and right, and up and down right there. This part of jet actually comes with it keeps on moving with it, but you can actually pop this off. As you can see there already, it's a little slightly coming off. You can pop this off so you have the head all by itself, but it will look a little cleaner, and you can really move the head in more. You'll have a more wider range of motion for the head. And check out the arms right here. You can rotate that, and then he has like cool butterfly joints here too, so you can really hold his sword properly with two hands. So it's that, and you can actually lift this up, and you have more range of motion. So same thing here on the right. So that's that. Put that back right here. Okay, and then you have your elbows right here. Yeah, and actually you can pull this down. Yeah, there you go. So you'll have you know, more wider range of motion for the elbows or the arm area. That's that, and then oops. Yeah, there you go. Pop back in, and then check out the wrist right here. It's on a ball joint. You can pop it off easily, and you can rotate that. And then check out he has actually you can rotate his waist left and right. Just watch out for these tires right here. It can get in the way. It's hitting it actually when I'm turning it. So, and that's that for the waist. And then he has an ab crunch right here, so he can really look down, and you can have like really pull off some really cool poses, with this figure. So that's that. And then on the leg area right here, you can have him like sit down all the way. So check that out. Boom. And then I'm not sure you can go that way, but you can do some splits. So, and you can pull this down actually, yeah, and then have more posability. And then you can really rotate the legs here, so or on the thigh area you can rotate that here. And then let's move on to the feet. He has very nice ankle joints, so you can really you can't really rotate it though. So it has like this pivot that oh, actually you can maybe move it a little bit, but not much. So oops, popped off. But there you go. It's you can really pull off some cool poses with the feet also. But I think that's yeah, pretty much everything for the articulation part of the figure. And one thing I say is that you can't really pull off these poses on the Solve Jokugan version of Voltus 5. So that if you have the GX31 or GX31V, the posability is very limited, but transformation and combination is very similar. So, but yeah, this figure is really this figure you can really pull off some really nice poses with the way they design him with the articulation. Next up, we have the laser sword that came with the figure. So this is actually the only weapon that came with this version of Voltus 5. If you bought the V Together version of the modeling kit, it comes with the Voltus bazooka and the ultramagnetic top, I believe. I think those are and it comes with the sword. I think it came with 3 weapons. So, but unfortunately for this version of Voltus 5, it only comes with the laser sword. So I really like the design of this sword. Really nicely painted, as you can see there. I really like the chrome or metallic silver finish to it. You know, it looks very clean. You know, and of course the handle too. I really like how they designed it. Check that out. And there's a part here that actually on the handguard that this can attach to the chest of Voltus 5. So I can pop this off. This comes off, by the way. Takes a lot of, come on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, check out that detail in there. Nice. And then you can just insert that right here. So it looks like he's like pulling the sword out of his chest right here. So that out, and then you can also replace the handle. So you can just pop that off and insert this one. This one has a specific peg to it. You know this goes on to one of the hands of Voltus 5. So you can just attach it to that, and then so you don't have to worry about it like falling off or something like that. But overall, I really like how they designed this sword. Alright, if you want Voltus 5 to hold the sword, it's pretty easy. Make sure you have these hands on, and you can just insert it like so. There you go. Fits very nicely. And then you can even have him hold it with 2 hands. Just pose the arms properly. There you go. So check it out. Alright, so now if you want to use this handle with the peg on it and attach to Voltus 5, you'll actually need these hands right here. So he has holes on that, as you can see, and that's where you attach the sword. So let's go ahead and pop one of the hands off. Oops, came off. There you go. Pop that off, and then attach that, and then let's use the right hand right here, and then just attach that. There you go. And then let's go ahead and attach this sword to this hand. So boom. So it kind of makes him like look cooler holding the sword, or you know. Actually it goes like this, so he's supposed to hold the other part of the other hand should hold the bottom part of the sword, and it'll look like that. So it's kind of like adding more ways of him holding the sword. Alright, so now let's transform Voltus 5 into tank mode. that is Voltus 5 in tank mode. Alright, so let's compare the Shokugan modeling project Voltus 5 here on the left to the Solo Shokugan GX79 Voltus 5 full action. So the GX79 Voltus 5 full action is made out of diecast. It's plastic and diecast, but this thing is heavy. You know, I did a review on this. Go ahead and check that out. There's a link that will pop up, and click on that to check out my review. But this, pretty much the Soldier. So if you're not familiar with the full action line, Soldier Shogun, for a period of time they decided to make a few figures under the full action line, which includes Daimos, a Voltus 5, and Combattler, and I think there's a couple more. But the difference between these full action figures is that they do not combine into robots or split up into vehicles. You know, so it's basically an action figure with super cool posing. You know, with a lot of accessories. So that's the thing with the full action line. You know, they're just super robots with the super articulation. But yeah, I wish I had another figure, which was the for Action Toys Voltus 5. That was another one that I could have like compared to this figure. But this is all I have. That's pretty much the same size as or similar size to the Shokugan modeling project. So as you can see here, yeah, they're almost similar in height, but you know, very different in many ways. You know, this one has the silver metallic paint on the different parts of his body. You know, more kind of like resembling a little bit of the toy, combined with the the anime also. But that's the difference with the colors. You know, darker blues on the GX79, and the thing is, yeah, with I really like the modeling project too because it's more proportion. So with the full action line, some of the body parts are more exaggerated in some way, you know, because it is kind of like an action figure, you know, and made for dynamic posing. So there are a lot of differences, as you can see here. Check that out, you know. But really good paint applications on the Soul of Shogun as usual. So, you know, there are parts here that don't even move, like these don't move, and this one moves a little bit, but it's just basically just a lot of the parts of the GX79 full action is just have really cool articulation. But aside from that, you know, that's all it can do. It doesn't transform, or it doesn't split up into vehicles. But that's the thing with this figure. But it's a very cool figure. You know, I highly suggest you guys pick this up if it's still available. I know the price is going up on this figure already because the full action line, I think, is already canceled. You know, I'm not really sure if they're gonna continue that, but yeah. So that's pretty much the differences between these two figures. You know, of course, this is a model kit, so it's gonna have like the paint. There's no paint on this figure. You know, it's just plain plastic with the basic colors. So, but as you can see, there are big differences on the appearance of on the figures. So here in the bottom of the feet. Check that out. Alright, so now let's compare the height differences between the two figures. I have Super Modeling Project Voltus 5 on the left, and then on the right I have Soul of Shogun Full Action Voltus 5. So as you can see here, Super Modeling Project Voltus 5 is a little bit taller, but not that much. So let's check out how tall he is. He is about 7.5 inches tall. Alright, next up we have the Super Minipla Bio Robo. So as you can see here, there's a big height differences between the two figures. You know, well, it kind of makes sense because Bio Robo is only composed of two vehicles, Biojet 1 and Biojet 2, and Voltus 5 has 5 vehicles that combines into this awesome robot right here. But if you're not familiar with Super Minipla, it's another line that's under Bandai that specialize in Gundam model kits. So if you're big on in Gundams, if you're familiar with Gundams, you pretty much know what Super Minipla is. And they made the special one that's based off on the Bioman TV show and they decided to do the Bio Robo, which is pretty awesome. And I also did an unboxing review of this figure, and just click on the link that appears, and it will direct you to that video of me unboxing this or and assembling this figure. So go ahead and check that out. So overall, the Shogukan modeling project Voltus 5 is really an awesome figure, man, and I'm really impressed how they engineered this figure, man. It's just an awesome looking model kit once you put it all together like this. And you know, I really enjoyed building this model kit, you know, even though it took some time, but you know, once you finish it like this, man, just an awesome figure, you know, that you can display and you can play around with, you know. So here he is holding his laser sword or Tenkuken, and you know, as you can see, I'm really digging the colors. That's the anime colors that they use on this version of the Shogukan Modeling Project Voltus 5. And it has great articulation. You can pull off so many poses, you know, and you won't have any issues with that. You know, it's like a full action Voltus 5 except plastic. And you know, it's kind of on the cheaper side in a way. This is kind of pricey, but it will probably go up in price soon, you know, because it is Voltus 5, you know. That's the thing about it. And some things that I didn't really like about the figure is, you know, the lack of accessories on this version of the Shogukan Modeling Project Voltus 5. The V Together version has the Gatling missiles. He has the laser sword. You know, he has the Voltus bazooka and the ultramagnetic top. Those are the weapons that the V Together version has. So I think I'm gonna build that that kit also. But for now, I'm really happy with this figure. You know, I didn't really like applying the stickers. It's always annoying because there's a chance that those stickers will peel off in due time, and you know, I already like scratched some of it. You know, the one here on the ear and here on the, well, it's you know, applying it can be a pain sometimes. That's the thing that I don't like about it, about model kits, especially with the stickers. You know, this figure is not really sticker heavy. You know, and it has a few stickers here and there, but you know, that doesn't really affect the figure that much. You know, you can even paint the figure if you want to. You know, it's really up to you. But yeah, overall, I'm really digging this figure, and I'm glad I was able to add him to my collection. And that wraps up my review of the Shogukan Modeling Project Voltus 5. Check this figure out in hand. Here it is, man. Such an awesome looking figure. Here he is holding his Tenkuken or laser sword, as you can see. And you know, very nice detail on it. Great articulation. You know, really can't complain about that. You know, the only thing that my issue is with this one is just building it from scratch. You know, just cutting the plastic and you know, and putting the pieces together. But overall, once you build all the vehicles and you combine it to Voltus 5, it looks great, man. The figure just looks awesome, you know, and especially it's a fun kit to like play around with. You can like take it apart and put it back together to form Voltus 5. You know, that's the cool thing about this figure. You know, I really like the paint overall look. You know, it mimics the anime version of Voltus 5, you know, and you know, fortunately it doesn't have a lot of weapons. You have to buy the Be Together version to get the different weapons, but aside from that, the figure looks great, and I can't really complain about anything. You know, this is definitely a great display piece on your shelf, you know. But if you want this figure right now, it's pretty much out overseas, so you can probably order it from Japan or, you know, other countries that or your favorite hobby shops, you know, that even carry here in the US. So go ahead and check it out. You know, I'll be posting some sites where you can purchase this. You know, hopefully he is under $100, you know, even less than that. But if you buy the V Together version, I think it's gonna cost you more. But you know, it's pretty much but it's pretty worth it, you know. You know, just seeing this in hand and holding it, and just a nice looking figure. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate the support, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.